Hello and a very warm welcome to all the organizers, participants of International Conference on Cognitive and Intelligent Computing. I am Priyanka Jain from UIT RGPV Bhopal, pursuing 12 degree integrated post graduation with computer science stream. I am here to present my research work on the topic Attacks and Security Scheme in Cloud Computing, a survey. These are the topics which I am going to present in my presentation. An abstract. Cloud computing provides the virtual environment for users to access the hardware resources and services. And when users save their data on the cloud, then security is one of the major factors in cloud computing. And many users are paid for on-demand cloud resources and services. Some of the users are not authorized to access, misappropriate, or change data that calls an attacker. The cloud is committed to preserving the integrity and dependability of data it contains by the cloud service providers. The attackers are degrading the performance of services as well as make the legitimate users unable to receive response on time. This paper presents an overview on cloud computing attacks on cloud and their possible security solution with their merits and demerits. The researchers are continuously giving the contribution in the field of cloud security to improve communication and the performance of the network, and it is typical for the security scheme to identify the normal or the malicious user on the network. Hence, there is a demand of strong security scheme that can easily identify the malicious user as well as can handle the adverse effect on attackers in cloud. An introduction. Cloud computing is categorized as the collection and availability of data and computing resources over the internet. Cloud infrastructure has made it easier to manage IT activities as an outsourced unit with a lot of in-house personals. The introduction of cloud represents a watershed moment in the technical development for quick information processing. When a new computing system is released, academics and researchers place a high focus on its security. The success of any information processing system depends on the security of their data. There are some of the attacks which are going to happen on our cloud are termed as DOS attack, DDoS attack, detect injection attack, malware injection attack, etc. And detecting and filtering of attack packets to protect cloud users are one of the difficult tasks. Now, there are four types of cloud models: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, community cloud. In private cloud, this is where computer services are deployed by a single entity. This approach is most commonly used for intra-business encounters where computing services can be managed, controlled, and run by that company only. Then a community cloud. The community and organizations are equipped with computational services. And public cloud. This cloud is typically used for B2C type experiences. Here, the computing resources is owned, managed, and controlled by a government, academia, or a business entity. And the hybrid cloud. It can be used for all types of interactions, B2B or B2C. And this implementation approach is known as the hybrid cloud since computing services are joined together by various clouds. Now, these are some advantages of cloud computing. That is, it is cost effective, easy to access, simple data and program management, platform flexibility, increased storage space, automation of software upgrade. Now, rather than advantages, there is some disadvantages also in cloud computing that are it need for reliable and high-speed network, internet access, protection issue, relocation issue. These all are the disadvantages in cloud computing. Now, these are some attacks which are going to happen in our cloud. I'm going to discuss some of them. First one is a brute force attack. In a brute force attack, the attacker exhausts all possible options in order to figure out the key. The number of possible keys is 216 when the key is 16-bit long. If there is a long key, this method will take a long time to complete the attack. Next one is dictionary attack. A dictionary of words is kept in a dictionary attack. The network is used to send the encryption text The intruder uses a dictionary to attack the ciphertext, and the ciphertext is searched in the dictionary. And if the ciphertext is contained one or more dictionary words, the assault is successful. Next one is the denial of service attack. Generally, DOS attackers have the purpose to assault on server, and many consumers use the service provided by the server. DOS attackers act as if they are legitimate client with the goal of making services unavailable by generating a large number of pending requests and overflowing the service queue. Then, a distributed denial of service attack. Network attackers are now posing a threat to interconnected systems like database server, web server, etc. A DDoS attackers consist of multiple connecting online devices that overwhelm our network and online service with bogus traffic. Traffic assaults, bandwidth attacks, and applications attacks are some of the most popular DDoS attacks. Next one is a SQL injection attack. That is a short of code injection attack in which malicious user is injected into a program by inserting malicious code string into the program instructions. User's information is stolen via the attack. When malicious code is inserted into a valid SQL query, the nature of original query is changed. Then a spoofing attack. The one of the security risk in wireless network is spoofing attack. Spoofing attack occurs when an intruder or the malicious programmer successfully impersonate the network devices, allowing the attacker to launch attacks against network host or steal data. IP address spoofing, ARP spoofing, and a DNS spoofing are some examples of common spoofing attack. And the last one is phishing attack. Phishing is the form of social engineering. In the phishing email messages is contained a link to a fake website which is sent to a large number of people by the attackers. Attackers pursue users to reveal personal information such as username and password as well as other sensitive information. When a user clicks on the provided link, he is redirected to the faked website where it is requested to provide their sensitive informations. Now, these are some literature surveys which I try to done. I present these in a form of comparative. Now, at the end, I'm going to discuss the conclusion and the future scope. Data or knowledge is relevant today. Its ideals are unrecognized. It has a number of advantages indicating that you should only implement cloud computing services by reviewing all the big security problems in cloud computing. If an attacker uses all available resources, others cannot use those resources, which contributed to the denial of service, which may slow down access to those resources. Customers who use cloud services and who are affected by caps could also work to impact the availability of the other providers. Many companies feel more comfortable placing important data on their platform than on the cloud. Consumers have no knowledge about the location of record, the transition of dates, and a cloud operation, etc. Now, in this paper, the survey of attacks and security scheme is mentioned. The previous work mentioned the effective security scheme for different attacks. The basic knowledge of cloud computing is also mentioned in different sections. A reliable security scheme definitely improves the performance and stop malicious activity in the network. Holding this information on an open network automatically raises a question regarding security, availability, abuse of information. We we test the technique on simulation on the network deployed on Omnet++ with over 50 users, and the experimental findings demonstrate that the proposed technique is successful and can detect dropping attack with a high detection rate and low data packet received on the network. Now, at last, I take this opportunity to gratefully acknowledge the assistance of my college faculty and guides, Professor Udaito Rasia sir and Dr. Raju Baraskar sir, who had faith in me. And I am also very grateful to UIT RGPV Department of CSE for motivating the students. And at last, I want to thank the International Conference on Cognitive and Intelligent Computing to provide me such a great opportunity. Thank you, everyone.